Hi there, Aquarius. This is the Spirit Warrior with your midweek catch-up reading. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So the first card is the past, and it is the King of Wands. The current energy is the King of Cups. And the future energy is the King of Swords. Now that's something, isn't it? All the kings. We'll draw one more card, which is the overarching energy of the reading, and the mystery card, and we'll turn that over at the end of the reading. So when we have all royalty cards like this, it can indicate that people with these energies are going to come into your life. And this may indicate at this time that you need to live your life like a king. You need to be powerful and strong. And each of these kings has a different strength, don't they? The King of Wands is fiery, entrepreneurial, and he is a leader, and he is the rock star of the tarot, I sometimes say. And he is the one that is out there schmoozing with people and enthusing them and getting them to follow towards what he wants to create in his life. The King of Cups is the master of his emotions. You can see the sea is swirling around his throne. And this says, even in the most difficult times, you can navigate a path through the swirling seas. You have the emotional intelligence and strength to navigate that path. And the King of Swords is truth, clarity, and knowledge and wisdom. And he is the decisive king when you need to make a decision and you need to set down the laws of life. That's the King of Swords. So we have the king who is the leader and enthuses people and has them following him like a rock star. We have the King of Cups who is able to navigate a path through difficult emotions, and we have the King of Swords who is rock solid, and he is the king of thoughts and ideas and making decisions. We'll see what the clarifiers say. The King of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups. The Four of Swords clarifies the King of Cups, and the Two of Cups clarifies the King of Swords. So the Ten of Cups is your cups being filled to overflowing. This is a happy ever after story. And this can say that you've taken action in your life. So this can be fortune after difficulty. And it may say that there's been a period in your life where you've needed to really make things happen, to gather people around you, and the outcome of the actions that you've taken are the Ten of Cups. And this card can be a card of home and real estate. So it may indicate at this time that you've actually taken action to secure a home or purchase real estate, and it indicates that you may have operated in an entrepreneurial way, that you've secured your home through your negotiating skills and your energy and your enthusiasm. The Four of Swords is a card of respite and rest. And this can say that after all this turbulence, you may need to pause and take a rest or gather some respite. And this can say that maybe there have been some turbulent situations in your life, and now you need to pause and reflect on the outcome. The Two of Cups, the King of Swords, is kind of contradiction, isn't it? Because traditionally love is kind of a feminine energy, that the joining of two hearts is nurturing, it is divine feminine. But here we have the King of Swords who is hard-nosed, and he makes decisions in a very rational way. And this could say there may be the opportunity for a relationship, or you meet somebody and there is a conflict between your heart and your head. Your heart says, all systems are go. And it's Cupid's arrows and hearts flying everywhere. But the King of Swords within your head is saying, it's not quite right here, or this is a bit much. I'm not used to all this love and joy and happiness. I'm used to living my life in a much more rational and straight line way. We'll see what happens in the next row. In the second row, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Wands. So the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of life, and the wheel of life is always turning. And sometimes you're at the top and sometimes you're at the bottom. But really, the outcome here is quite positive. Ten of Cups, definitely positive. The Four of Swords says that maybe you've made it through difficult times. That's a positive situation. And a new relationship is definitely positive. Just depends about this competition between your heart and your head. So the Wheel of Fortune does say life is moving on in a positive manner. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, and it says you've been through the ringer and there have been difficult times, King of Cups, but you've made it through to the other side and you've persisted and you're ready for what life brings next. So I think we've got 3 cards. We'll do that again. It's all just too much. And it's the wrong... Oh. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Five of Swords. And the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Magician and the Empress. So the Five of Swords is a card of conflict and conquest. There's been a confrontation. It's been difficult. Words have been spoken. And you've decided that discretion is a better part of valour. There's no way you can win this battle because this person is willing to win at any cost. And so you've decided to walk away for a new path. And this is definitely the wheel of life turning, isn't it? This is turning away from conflict and pain and suffering. And the Magician is the divine creator or the master creator, and the Empress is divine feminine. Love, joy, happiness, nurturing, intuitiveness, and fertility and abundance. So really what the universe is saying is that as you persist and move on in life, you have all the tools of the universe in the Magician to create the life you desire and deserve, and the Empress indicates that there is an amazingly positive outcome from all of this. The outcome of the reading is the Death card. So the Death card is a card of regeneration. It says there's something in your life that no longer serves you, the Five of Swords situation. And this really says as one door closes, a new door opens. And this really says that you're upon a new era in your life here, Aquarius. Even though we don't have like an end of a cycle card, the Death card is definitely saying there's new beginnings available to you in your life. And the Empress and the Magician really say that you can create an amazingly positive and joyful life. So, the Hangman clarifies the Death card. So the Hangman has been hanging from the tree of knowledge. He's contorted himself into different shapes to see life differently. And this can say that as you move away from the things that don't serve you anymore, that you should live life from a different perspective, that you should look at life from a different angle. This really is talking about embracing a different kind of life, or maybe feeling as though that you're looking to live life a different way. And maybe that's what the kings are about, that each of these kings offers you a different perspective and a different view on life and a different strength and a different skill. The mystery card is the Hierophant, and the masculine energies continue, don't they? So he is a conduit between the divine and earthly plane, so he can give you guidance and messages. He's also a card of blessings. You can see the Pope here is blessing the priests who are being ordained. And so this really says this is a time of movement, this is a time of receiving advice from the universe, and this is a time for receiving blessings for an amazing life, because we have amazing possibility here for the future with the Magician and the Empress. The Hierophant is clarified by the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is all about high energy. He's charging towards his goals in life, and he's fully extended. He is enthusiastic and he has a clear path, and he's charging towards life. And this really says that as you make these changes, you're feeling highly energized, and that is, part of the King's situation, isn't it? We have high energy with King of Wands, and we have decisiveness and power in the King of Swords. And so this really says as you make these changes, you're feeling highly energized and ready to take action. Well, that is a most interesting reading, isn't it, Aquarius? I hope you like that reading. Give me a like and subscribe so you can catch me next time. I send you much love, joy, peace and happiness. And this is the Spirit Warrior signing out. Ciao.